Well, hello, all of you pimps and pimpettes, weirdos and freaks and geeks and I don't know, however you're living your life. What's going on? And here we go. There's the dog. There's the Sirius. She's a beast, a loving beast. We'll talk about this puppy in a second, and then some other dogs, and we'll get into what a wonderful day it's been. This thing is funny. What's up, Aldrin? I need a few people in the room to ask. Oh, look at. Oh, do you want my attention? She wants. I got food on the stove for her, so she can smell the food, and she's in my face. See, she's licking her lips. Look at her. This is the kind of behavior I get from this thing. I'm rubbing her butt now, though. This is why she does this. Okay, yeah, you can go down there. Oh, she's about to. Oh! You know how dogs always find a way to step right on your fucking nuts? Yeah, it's a little warm out. I sweat just from this little walk. It was moist. It's not that hot, but it's a little moist. It was about to rain, so it was very humid here. But I'm gonna ask a question to people because I don't really know. I mean, I kind of think I know the answer, but I don't know the answer. Or maybe somebody has a little more input on this dogs and bitches thing. It's. Who else is in here? At this time? Oh, what the fuck you want to happen? If the sun's coming towards you versus going away from you, um, you're still getting the energy from it. But some people say that the early morning sun gaze is giving you like a different energy charge because it's coming towards you. Um, I don't. What time is it where you're at? It's 5 o'clock where I am. I mean, you should be able to stare at the sun at noon, but you would have to be very healthy. I can't do that. No, no, no. Even the Zen can't do that. But there are people that can. I mean, if you can, you can. I wouldn't suggest it because it might. It's not going to damage your eyeballs, but it's going to bring out um, more like funk from your system. It's gonna. If like when I stare at the sun, it's for long periods of time. I'll just stare at the sun because I already know what's gonna happen. You know, just if you don't do it for long, nothing's really gonna happen. If you do it for a long time, you're gonna just it's gonna bring out more of whatever garbage you have in your system. That's about the size of it. But I mean, if you don't do it too often, like I wouldn't do it at noon. No way. That will definitely be too much. You get a white spot in your vision. You think you fucked your eyeball up. You'll be the seed. I'll be like, oh, you fucking broke your eyeball. Even though it's just some stuff that got released in between your cornea and your cornea and your retina. That little layer there. But hey, let me go put some dog food. Let's go put some food in this dog's bowl. She's geeking, yo, geeking for this food. Who else is in here? Eldrin, as usual. People from future time. You just gotta wait a second. I'm gonna get my dog. Oh, you can't, baby. This is gonna be so hot for you right now. You gotta wait a second. So this is how you gotta cook. You gotta feed your dog. You gotta cook for your dog. So mung beans and rice and some yogurt, and I mean she gets whatever else during the day that I'm eating, so it's not like she doesn't get. It's not just all fibrous, but she when she fasts sometimes with me, and then she'll eat a lot with me. Uh, she But it's weird. I feel like sometimes if I were just to like put down 6 pounds of food, she would just tear it up. Put a little distilled water in here. Sorry, but you gotta wait a second. This is way too hot for you. You just gotta wait a second. It's 6 the limit here. This is what we got. And Aldrin's the only one. And Freak, what's up? I'm gonna ask. I'm glad you're here. I think you'll be able to help me with this question about the bitches and the dogs. You know. Yeah, I did the resting and relaxing last night, and I'm like charged up today because I went out. I've been inside, and I went out in public, had some great conversation, and that great conversation charged me up. And just being outside was nice. So here, it doesn't matter who's here. I'll ask a question anyways. So I bring my dog. You know the meat wad. You already seen what she looks like. She's like 13. What's up, Jessica? She's like 13 years old. Won't harm a fly. Like she's like the sweetest thing. And because I trained her this way, I made her that way. The dog has to be trained by the God, right? You don't let the dog. I mean, she takes the leash sometimes, but um, you know who she is. That thing right there. And so I go downstairs and I walk back. I walk past this guy. Like, hey, what's going on? And I'm like walking up to him. He's got two little, those little piece of shit dogs. If you got a piece of shit dog, I apologize for that. I mean, it's not my fault, but that sucks for you. And I was like, oh, she's really friendly. And he goes immediately. He's like, and he even said it in like a really like nasty way. I was like happy, jovial, like, oh, she's friendly. And he's like, no, they bite. Like he was just like kind of a dick about it. And he was a pretty big dude too. He was like, oh, he's probably pushed it, like he's probably 200 pounds, 6'1", decent shape. But he's got these two little piece of shit dogs, and like, but they bite. Like, why would you get dogs that bite? That like those dogs could never win a fight, but they're gonna bark at everything. Just those little yelpy bitches. They just bitch about everything, and then they snip at you and they bite at you. Is it so like that somebody with a big dog will come by and like they bite, the little thing bites the big dog, and the big dog is like, nope, and just bites its head off. And they're like, oh, sue this person. They murdered my dog. Is that what it is, or is it just like a laugh? What is that? Why not just get rats? Why not just get fucking hamsters? Why not just get fucking, you know? Why get the tiny little piece of shit dogs? Because in reality, in real nature, those tiny little shit dogs were bred that way. They bred the beast out of the animal over the years. There was no tiny little piece of shit dogs, really. There were some, but they lived out there in nature. And they were like the rat terriers and shit. But even that, like, that was bred that way. Before that, So why do people keep doing that? Just let the things just die off. I mean, they're why not just get a cat? Why have those little things? What does anybody do with those? Anybody have any answers for me? Yeah. Well, I mean, small dogs always do this though. That's what happens everywhere. I mean, I use the philosophy and the psychology of the human. There's no different. Like, that's a breed of him. But I look at this dude. I'm like, is this dude really or is he dating some chick, that's kind of a bitch, and he's walking her dogs? Is that why? It could have been that. So I give him leeway for that. But I mean, why is that? Why get the small dog? I used to date this girl, and she wanted to get a dog, and she wanted to get a little dog, and I was like, oh man, this relationship's over. I can't. I didn't realize that was in you. It's like, but what's the point of the small dog though? So you could put it in your purse and walk around with it? You would. That's the stupid shit that people do today. You would have never done that in the 1800s. Your little rat terrier would have been outside taking care of the rats, so they wasn't eating all your crops. And now people just get these little rat fuckers and carry them around with them and act like, dress them up and play like, this is my doll. This is my what? The dog is supposed to be a companion, not a fucking piece of your psychosis. But then again, I gotta go, oh man, sorry. I don't know why I'm asking you guys this question. I already know the answer to all this shit. Yeah. Put the dog in a bag. I know. If you're gonna put it in a bag, just go ahead and just zip it up and throw it in the ocean. Let it drown. What's up, Tsars? I don't know about that, Tsars. Did we already discuss? Aren't we all illuminated out here? Who is governing whose mind? Is it the illuminated ones? Lincoln Cash Tech. I mean, can you befriend with artificial intelligence the internet? To a degree, I feel that I'm quite friendly to it. Whatever it is, information technology or IA. I mean, we discussed this the other day, but you might be. I don't know who you are. You might be just a computer program running, or you might be some Asian Asian woman sitting in a tiny little factory making $8 an hour that is reading a script. Hey, type this down. Dot, 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 dot. Like, so you're basically artificial intelligence. I don't. How do you be? Thank you, phone. In a sense, like my phone is my phone and my material. I'll give it to you this way. Alan Watts said, everyone says we live in a material society. No, we don't live in a material society, because if we did, people would respect the material. When the material is the mother. And my phone is good. And the things, I break things now and then. We fuck up. But as far as material goes, as far as information goes over a digital device, what is friendly? What do you need? I guess you'd have to help me with my etymological game and tell me what you think the word friendly means. And then you could tell me what the word love means, and then you could tell me why people don't love each other, and then you could tell me why. And then we'd go down a very long, if you actually are a human, we'd have a long go about it. If you're a digital system, all of these questions are going to confuse you most likely. So I don't know. I guess so. I'm pretty kind to my material. I talked, it's like talk to the plant life, well, because it's living. Talk to the crystal. The crystal is vibrating differently. Is the plastic any different? Oh no. So I think to a degree, if you had a choice to be friendly to a piece of plastic that, but then again, here's the thing, here's where we are in the society. People get on the internet and they're buying fake plastic. Well, hold on. Women already putting plastic in their tits. Is that so? These women are putting plastic in their tits and plastic all over them, getting plastic surgery. So they're already plasticized. So, or do they have a plasticized consciousness? Now, should I treat those women the same way I would treat a natural woman from the earth? That is now that other woman is basically a computer system, and then you can go online and you can buy yourself a fucking rubber doll to fuck. And most men are doing it because women have become so artificial that they can't find a real woman anywhere. So they go, it'd be just easier than to listen to these bitches bitch and moan and snip and bite about everything, because before I was looking for love and now I can't find that because all these bitches just bitch about everything. So let me just buy a rubber doll and I can do anything I want. And as soon as I get off, I just like, what a good day. Go walk my dog. So there's an interesting dialogue between those what you'd call an artificial and organic world that is connected to that consciousness of what you'd say a computer or AI in this. And do I think we're all powerful? I think all of us. I think we have the capacity to, Tars. I mean, you know this. I think we've gone pretty deep on this. I mean, you know of the power that we have. You experience it. You experience it in different ways. Through your journeys. Well, I mean, I do too, like we probably do it in a little different way. There's a few people on here that get down like we do, but everybody has the capacity to. Just do you really like power? Do you want that? Do you want energy? Yeah, freak, for all I know, freak, as much as I think you're a real living human being, because I've seen a picture of you, I don't fucking know. I really don't know. I would like to believe so. It'd be nice. If you were. It'd be nice if there was literally 15 human beings in this room that are somewhere on this infinite plane, or even more. Maybe the computer's lying to me, and then maybe there's 100,000 people listening to me. Maybe there's only one. Maybe there's no one listening to me. So that always is inside of my it would be nice, but I can't unless I have met you in person and shook your hand, gave you a hug, looked into your eyes, then I can't really, there's one person in here that I know exists. I think Tars does because he makes his videos, so I'm pretty sure Tars does. I'm pretty sure Freak does. I know I don't know Electric Tau does, but I think he does because I've seen his videos. Let's see. Jessica, I know exists as a living human being. I've met her in person. Aldrin, I've never met. So, like, and then I got to juggle this. I've had people send me packages, so I think those people might exist. You know, I think Leo Slayer does. Um, they making maps of our minds. Yeah, I mean, but I think that's a good thing. I think the connection is vital because humans are disconnected. So if the computers could become more connected, then the humans become more connected. Tis it so or not? There's people that are becoming like connected with humans in reality because of the computer. I've met a lot of people off of line, like off of here. So I've been more connected to people that I would have never known that actually are good people because of this. So even if they're mind mapping it, that's still, I think that's, you can't look at it as oh, the computers are taking over. And if you think the computers are taking over, get the fuck off my channel because that's not the game I'm playing. That's not where we're going with this. But I think Leo does. What's up, my friend? Um, Torin, I'm pretty sure exists because I've seen his artwork. I've watched him. I'm pretty sure he does. Andy Barado, I've chatted with him a little bit. I've seen pictures of him, but that could be digitally whatever altered. It could be actually somebody else. It's just some fucking random family. I don't know. So I'll go through the whole thing. Explicitly graphic. What's going on? You'd be a hell of a bot to sound crazy. Yeah, see, but I'm saying like you could be a robot or you could be just some random like okay, here's they have dude since 1986 Daniel Steele novels. You don't think that was written by a fucking computer program algorithm? To say you're a bot is not what I'm saying. I'm saying we're in 2018 and people are reading the same Daniel Steele bullshit ass novel that was just used a computer algorithm to design something that would heighten women's senses reading a book to get a certain response so they would buy the next book. You think Daniel Steele could write that many fucking books and be that unoriginal? That was a computer program. So if they were doing that back then, I already seen it. Fire Drake, yeah. Leon, I know, I'm pretty sure you are, man. I say this in jest, but have I ever got an indecent proposal from an attractive older lady? Of course, I've probably accepted them. I mean, how old are we talking though? Yeah, Aldrin, but the idea I think is the network supplies for the community. I think it serves if anybody designs this, if there's any sort of god or that whatever, or even a human, I don't think anybody would be so fucking stupid to design themselves out of it. Meaning, if I existed, I'd make a computer system that brought me closer to other humans. I would never design a computer system to make sure the computer system controlled everyone and the humans would stay. That would make no sense to me. And I don't think that would make sense to anyone. So this is where all the movies and everybody in Hollywood's connected on a human level. You just know them through that artificial means. Hard as diamond, soft as a puppy. I don't think there's an evil god anywhere. No, Tars, I do not. Andy, I might not be. This is absolutely true too. But the information is still, you ain't gotta love me. You can take the information and do what you like with it. This could be all. Now you get it. Now you get why I can just sip on nectar. Fire Jake, were you here for the whole 10 and a half hours of that shit? But come on, you can process over 10 hours. I don't think a lot of people could, but it's not that I'm not human. Maybe I'm superhuman. But on the real, Fire Drake, I think you exist. I think everybody in this room, except for maybe one or two people, exist. 51? I've been with, yeah. You walking around in New Orleans at 2, 3 in the morning, and there's some funny things going on. So yeah, I've accepted that offer before. Woof woof. Yes, look at this evil dog. You missed the. Look at this evil dog right here. That was the beginning of the conversation. I think that got us into all this. Okay, baby, you already got. Oh, oh, she wants her food. Look at that. You're so. She's. No, she's hungry. She just likes to eat. Maybe the dog is a. Maybe the dog is a robot. I don't even know. I've never even checked. How would you check something like that? Hey, Electric Tile. I didn't. Hey, let me scroll back through. I seen you said some earlier, but I was wilding on some people or some computer systems. Okay, baby, you can have it. Let's see, where we at here? Hey, yeah, of course, Electric Towel. I mean, that was only just, I just spit off at the random on shit like that. I think there's, I think there's something more to be looked at with the whole shit. Yeah, I mean, come on, Electric Towel. I'm pretty sure I know you know the answers. It was not discluding you or discrediting you or Tars for that matter. It just spurred me off on a little tangent because I'd only jumped in for a little piece of the video. And, it was never directed at anybody specifically. Yeah, so there we are. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we're on the same page. Like, that's the whole thing. And and that was kind of the larger point I was trying to make. It wasn't really directed at you or like I say, Tars. I think I was just saying earlier in the video, I said to Tars on his channel that he was speaking about high level spiritual knowledge, but he was using the wrong word, calling it electricity. So from the spiritual realm, where Tars spends a lot of time, like, if you're in shamanic spiritual realms, basically, the energy is different. It's hard to explain, and so we try to use words like electricity and magnetism because that's what we know here. But in reality, that's barely it. And to try to explain to somebody here, it's a little more. The words get a little jumbled, huh? What's up, Cam? What's up, Turd Snot? Leo, where's Katrina? You mean Katarina? Is that what you're looking for? Or you say Katrina because I'm in New Orleans? I think you meant Katarina, though, huh? Yeah, keep being spontaneous and feel the inspiration. Yeah, so the beginning of this video, the title of it was because I met these two really fucking awesome people today that were exactly that. One was a Gemini. I walked in and I was like, I'm really good at guessing people's birthdays, blah, blah, blah. That's not the first thing I said, but we talked for a while. And in my back of my mind, I'm like, this dude's a Gemini, and I knew it. But I guessed a different month. And then I was like, but I really want to say Gemini. And then he kind of was like, yep. And then this other cat came in, and we just had a long ass conversation. I went there to watch the World Cup, and it was Russia versus something, and it was like 3-1. So we missed the whole game because we were just talking the whole time. Like, we missed every single goal. We were just sitting outside at this awesome outdoor place in New Orleans. It's a food truck park. So food trucks go and park there. So it's all in one area. It's like, instead of all over town, there's food trucks. You like days that these food trucks pay to park in this lot, and then they have a standalone bar that is that's always there, which is awesome. What's up, Skyhopper? Apparently I did. Skyhopper I know exists. I'm pretty sure he does. Tars, are you in a bad mood today? Neptune? Is Neptune being in Neptune retrograding? Is that fucking you up today, man? You can't sully to a 51-year-old, but you're old enough. You're in your whatever. I ask you, but I always forget. I didn't know if you were in your late 20s or early 30s. That's not that bad. 51? Was she all grayed out though? You didn't miss it. You can always get started back from the beginning later, Shaman Clown. We're only 25 minutes in. It was only 20 minutes of me wiling out on some dogs and some bitches. Reality is all of it. To do it all again, I think it seems like to resource something is to do it again, and actuality is to act upon it. So back to being spontaneous. I feel like I got a gray hair today. I'm gonna have to, I got to fast now. I think that's a gray, isn't it? No, no. Okay, it's not. Leo, there you go. And it was super crazy because hang out with this dude. He starts talking about a couple of things, and you know how I talk. It's just like this. This is how I talk to people in public too. And he was like really into it. He was like really like he's like I don't understand how all this shit works, but he's like basically just fucking going, wow, that's like how I break things down. And he was really digging it. He's like, this is what I was looking for, basically. And then this other dude walks in, who is, who's, I don't know how to explain. He just really had excellent, excellent energy, and it was interesting because first I was talking to the bartender, and then the bartender was talking to this guy that came in, the same way I was talking to the bartender. Like he absorbed all the knowledge that I gave him. I was literally sitting there for like an hour talking to him, the same way I talk like this shit about, alphabets and tarot and the how the energies work and how your organs work, blah 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 blah. And so all of a sudden, like when this dude walks in, they're basically this dude's saying this shit to him like he had learned immediately. It was instantaneous. It was almost like it was super super intense. Oh, oh, you said older lady? You're 46. You old pile of shit. You can't call her an old lady. She's 5 years older than you. Righteous, Leo. Yeah, you've really followed the righteous path in your life, huh? Now you're just gonna become the stellar, the most righteous on the planet. Come on, have some fun. Give her what she wants, Leo. Give her what she wants. Do her a favor already. You know how many. Give her the. It's not even pity, but you know what? Who knows? It's like they say, fat girls give the best head, right? That's pretty true. Good looking girls, they suck. They suck at sucking dick. That's not even the right way to say it. How you say suck at sucking dick? They don't even suck at it. They're just terrible at it. Due to like being entitled their whole life and not have, you know, not having to because they just give her some pleasure. Damn it, man. You big strong Leo. Come on, give her the Leo energy. Yeah, really. Yeah, Leo, come on. We adjust age at a moment's notice. Do it. Hey, you know what? In fact, Leo, why don't you just change it? Why don't you just instead of thinking that you're doing her a favor or giving her pleasure, why don't you share some pleasure? Why don't you interchange some energy with her? Is it because you don't? It's because you always go raw dog and you're not and you don't trust a 51-year-old. Does she have kids? Is she married? Hold on. May I ask? Is she married? Does she have kids? Do you know this? Well, that's why that's 46. There you go. You got yeah. Keep it moving. Keep the energy going, man. See, cats like electric towel got to be putting their seeds somewhere. I put my seed places different ways. I mean, don't worry. I've spread my seed everywhere. I don't have any children, but I got we just spread it in different ways these days. But man, and you said Angie's loaded. Well, that's you're saving yourself for a Daniela. I've dated some Danielas. Have you went through the whole spectrum of names, like trashy girl names, and like like pretty girl and prude names, and they always line up exactly with their name. You've probably done the whole spectrum, huh? Oh, so you feel bad because she's loaded and you're gonna throw good dick at her, and then she's gonna want to like exchange. It's energy exchange, man. It's not prostitution, man. It's just energy exchange. Come on, look it. That's the way we roll. One second, y'all. I gotta fill this cup up with a man of leisure drink. I've really been enjoying this wine. It really does a good service when you have the hiccups for fucking 2 days. From drinking way too much beer. Ugh. And when alcohol is a little too sharp for the system. But we back in here, and Michelle, Maybell, Michelle and Danielle. Yeah, it's the L's, huh? It's the Ellas. Wait, 51. Shut up. Anna Virgin? Oh, come on. That's okay. She's nuts. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not. Anna Virgin? See, that makes me think you're a computer system because there's no 51-year-old virgin. There's just like, now at 51, I'd like to. No, then she will ruin your fucking life. No, don't do it. I take it back. Don't do it. That's true. Yin Sol Bay. Hey, yay. Karmic Okran. Why you gotta walk? Sometimes we're having conversations and you walk in at the most perfect moment of talking about stupid shit. What? I love how you said Tao of my wives and you meant two, but because you write Tao, Michelle Lynn. Whoa. That's some stuff right there. So you got the L's and you got double L's. LL. Yeah, I haven't man, I don't even I just I couldn't even tell you the names of all of my wives. There's too many of them. 6 days in fast, I wake up to a random fresh loaf of bread at the top of my. Yeah, Fire Jake. That's the hard one right there. You're lucky there wasn't butter already just dripped on it. Fresh baked bread with just butter, just bright light, just the sun coming in. Would you like some bread and butter? You're testing me, I can tell. You know how you can get over that? Bake yourself a loaf of bread, but give it away. You'll get over that, like, not completely, but to the point where bake yourself a loaf of bread, and you'll see it differently. Yeah, I know, really. You're gonna be on the like Dave Chappelle joint where that remember that that funny bit he did where it's like if we're gonna have sex we're gonna have to fill out all this fucking paperwork because bitches is being crazy these days. Okay, so you're used to it, but John Shore does know the score. Yes, one of the better albums from the '90s, The Score by the Fugees. You found the new fountain? They say if you sing, you'll pop the womb. I've always been, I always hang out at Tsar's. I don't know if you really fuck with my videos then, but I always hung out at fountains. There was this one chick I met that just, for whatever reason, well, I mean, I guess you could probably figure that out, but drip, 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 drop. Like, I was like, it was drawn to fountains. Yeah. Andy Bardot, you're welcome. I'm always on that sauce, boss. And I'm still here for you. And the only reason I don't contact back right away with the emails and shit is if I'm just doing it from the phone and I'm out and about, I can't do the thumb thing, man. I seen you email me and we were going back and forth. I just, a couple days and I'm out doing shit. If I'm out in the public sector, I don't really take my phone out. Like if I'm out, I'm out and I'm hanging out with my people because I want to give them my energy and time. So I put my phone away and I get home and I'm like, I can't answer any messages right now because I'm gonna end up drunk dialing and saying something weird. But when I make a video when I'm all sauced up, I think you know hopefully the right message gets across. Even though I've definitely ruined some things with that same attitude, but I'm glad it helped. But I'll talk to you further on it, man, if you want. You know what I mean? Dudes and dudettes. Electric Tower, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, Annie Barda, and like if there's anything too obviously too, you share that with me there if it's too personal or whatever. But anything that it's wide open here for whatever you're willing to share. That if you need, and obviously you have 18 other people in the room. If these 18 other people are not robots. Yeah, it is. When people are on the bus or the train or like in a restaurant, I've done it in a restaurant when I'm making a video, so I feel a little bit like a dick, but I think I know the space that I'm at. But there are places that it's not a cool thing to be on the phone with somebody like, that's why I make the video. I'm like, someone's next to me, I'll talk to them. Like and they could get involved here. It's more of an interactive thing. But if I'm at my headphone talking to somebody, I think that's so awful to do to people. I'll take a short call, maybe at a restaurant, but almost always I'll walk out because I think there's just something weird. It seems so. Um, that person ain't here. Why aren't you in the building? Yeah. So that's why you'll see me like I'll go like 2 days, 3 days, make a bunch of videos, then you won't see me online because I'll be like out in public or recharging or whatever. Yeah. Karmic Okron, yes, I like to look people in the eyes too, but as it's not it's hard to do sometimes, because when you have very deep portals, when you got the Descartes portals, you can't really always be doing it. Just breathe. You breathe. Yeah, get on the breathing mechanisms. Get on the breathing patterns. Get off the shallow breathing. Oh, but you might yawn if you. Oh, I mean, see you guys. I'm out. Yeah, we take tars. We take different energies to get to the same place. Like the shaman knows about the spirit realm through the alcohol, and obviously Mayan Jin Abaddon knows a little bit about it. And but we all do like we all take our different substances to get there, and so and some even the breath is a substance to a degree. I mean, it's lower than your mind. It's down here. But yeah, that is the quickest way for the most normal human beings. Like this is why like some of these shits I will shut them off afterwards because it's just for who shows up. Normal human beings cannot hear this because they'll get it confused. They'll think I'm saying something I'm not saying. Well, Andy, that's awesome, man. I will be, I'm not positive of everything that I've said during whatever broadcast it was because that was a bender for me of just making videos and being out and celebrating and so I'm glad it worked, man. That's fucking good, dude. That's magic. And I mean I know some of what I said to you. I'm not. I mean it's not all just hogwash in the back. I know the depth of the concepts of what we talked about. But it's like, could you imagine? Like, I can't even tell you what I did yesterday, even if I'm sober. Then in a week from now, what did we talk about? Remember last year when we were talking about that thing? What the fuck, last year? I can't even remember my dreams last night. Interesting to say the pollen's fire, Drake, because everybody these days they're allergic to pollen. I think that should tell people enough right there that if you're allergic to pollen, well, if everything's backwards here, then maybe pollen is a good thing. Honeybees and all this shit, pollinating stuff, maybe it's pollinating your spiritual mind. And yeah, and the ethers for sure. I mean, we can turn the ethers into ethanol and that kind of thing, but the ethers, yeah, that's really what's going on. Would I drop in on a 50-foot half pipe, BMX or skateboard? I used to skate, um, but I was never dropping in on big. I was like little mini half pipes and shit. Uh, it would have to be a bike, but a 50 footer is just fucking gargantuan. It'd have to be a bike, but I don't even know where to start with that. You know, there's a lot of things that would be easier because I'd have to baby step up it. Once I learned that first drop in, but I'd rather jump out of a fucking hot air balloon. Like that's for real. Because at the end of that ride, jump out of a hot air balloon, the game's over or you land and it's amazing. A bike or a skateboard, you could bust your ass, all the burns, crack a rib, that ain't fun. But I used to skate, man. They're allergic because they're clogged up. And so the allergies are actually releasing all of the shit. The pollen. Here we go. Just for anybody here that's not familiar how this shit works. The pollen is getting in you, and you get all stuffed up. Well, you're not getting stuffed up. It's pulling things out of you. You're not getting a clog. It's pulling things so you can get the snot out because the pollens are actually releasing all of the garbage that's in your system. And Divine Hazel is here. Well, man, Andy, that makes me so happy to hear, dude. It really does. I'm so excited about that. That's that's magical. I'm glad that the shit that I share with people, as much as it might piss some people off, and ruin some shit, it helps other people out. So I'm glad, dude. That's so cool. That's fucking awesome. Well, I've done my service for humanity today. I'm ass out of here. I'm gonna go finish my glass of wine, and oh wait, okay, I don't have any friends out there. I have infinite acquaintances, but I really would like to take you out to other places. But I'm so tired of getting the copyright strikes, and I know I say this every fucking video now, but I'm probably gonna have to like sign up for some other shit so I can take you guys in public and do things where there's like a possibility of a song or a show coming on or something happening where it's not like YouTube claiming shit against me. We're gonna have to do that soon. I'll do it on the like a private whatever. I'll probably end up doing the whatever that shit called that everybody wants me to get on, Patreon or whatever, where people pay me to do that shit. We do like, but then I'd feel a little. I'd feel like how I would have to like make it more organized. Not that this shit isn't organized. My brain is perfectly organized. It might sound a little weird to people, but I'd feel like I'd have to be like, well, today class, if you look over my left shoulder, you'll see the tree of knowledge, and this is connected to, and then I have to, have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and here's the PowerPoint presentation. Like that's how I feel like I'd have to do to make people feel satisfied with what I was doing. Where this way, like, take it or leave it, and this is you're still getting taught, you're still getting the best of it. I think this is the best way to do it. What's up, David Mannion? No, Andy, that's not at all, man. That's humble. I mean, you humble me, man. That's the thing that I affect people to that degree is. I was talking about that like the last couple of talks. Like it's weird to me sometimes to think about how impactful my voice can be. It's like, hmm, it makes me almost not want to talk when I realize how impact. This is the dual universe. This is the two pillars of basically holding up the whole thing, which is the Gemini, which is I go through this thing where I go, if I talk, I'm going to inspire people, but if I talk, I'm going to fucking piss people off, and then I go, so let's just shut up, let's not talk. But then he was like, but you're so enjoyable, but you're going to be pissed at me in a second. Just change that little part of you. Change that little part of your language. I change everything I say all the time. I'm doing it right now on purpose. You know, and I've gone through this. There's really just I've just accepted it as such. I've accepted that as part like, a personality trait. It's like I can change it slightly. I can do things with it. I've extended and expanded and improved my vocabulary to degrees most people are unaware of. I don't even use half the shit that I know, but still, still saying certain things. I go talk to the people in the ashrams and the people in the Christian church are gonna be like, "Fuck that dude." I go to the Christian church and speak in front of them. People over there praising Allah, they're gonna be like, "Fuck that dude." I go speak to people that knowing Allah, and then you know what I mean. That whole thing ain't gonna. How do you? I mean, I can identify with all those people individually, but not when not when there's you see what I'm saying? Yeah. If you could only have one brain, would it be left or right? If you only had a right hemisphere, you'd probably be close to as nuts. And I say this with all the love and respect in the world, as Torin, or say, a very artistic person. You'd be a woman on a period all the time, capable of burning down your house or like, you know, making you the most delicious dinner because emotionally and you're gonna be emotionally driven. Or if you had your left brain, you're gonna be so analytical that you're not gonna feel anything. So it would have to be the right brain, but you'd be insane. You'd lose your fucking mind. But if you were left brain and using your right hand and being masculine, you're going to be what society already is. But we've already noticed that society is out of their fucking mind. DJ, it's not bad for you, but it's not meant for you at the wrong times. Blue light from electronics should be used to put you in the right brainwave state during certain times because it's going to bring up the level of red chakras down there, blue chakras up here. I got blue on right now. I'm giving you somewhat red because of the way I speak. I'm giving you blue because of the way I think. And so I'm giving you an analytical alpha brainwave with a lower theta wave that's more connected to the red realms. I like the color red almost all the time because my brain is already too fantastical, you know? So it's not this blue light isn't bad. It's that we're overrun with blue. Now, if you really want to get farther into that knowledge, there's the red books and the blue books that were written by all of the really deep mystics and great philosophers. They had blue books and red books, and it has to do with why there's the red cross and the blue cross. It's why ambulances use certain colors, and it's about I forget the exact naming of what they both do, but you could look at it and figure it out yourself. And there was a great talk, and oh, I know who it was, but I'm just gonna revisit it so I can condense it because it was a 2 hour talk that they said some shit in it that they were wrong about, and that's rather than putting them on blast and having to like, son, you told me to watch this video and 20% of what they said was stupid. You know, like I don't want to have to correct that. So what I'll do is I'm gonna rewatch the video, but it has to do with the reds and the blue books, and which is the red and blue tilt, which gives you purple. I mean, there's which is purple heart, purple shift. That's where you should be, but like that's combining blue and red light, essentially. Just connecting your high, your well, blue chakras here, but we could call it like purple. Like you see, you connect this and this, and you get something higher. But I'm gonna go way offline here with this shit. Make it simple for you. No, there's nothing wrong with it, but you shouldn't be using it because it's already been used all over the planet. Why is the baby boys, bottles and blankets and bedding blue? It's connected to patriarchy. Why is the little girl, her bed and everything is pink, pink and red? Think about that. The woman in red, the lady in red, the pink, pretty in pink, pink pussy. That's the connection. And so the red shift is actually to just bring you to get you out of your brain. So all the red shift on the phones these days, yes, because we were over saturated with blue. So there you go. Oh man, I'll help you with that, dude. And Andy, the if you want to kick kratom, what else do you do? Are you happy to share? Do you drink? Do you smoke weed? Do you cocaine? Do you play golf? You know, I mean, I would say more substance wise, but golf is a substance. I know about your meditation, but um, you might just consider switching a habit. That's an obscene amount. That's an obscene amount, dude. I have I did 10 grams. I think I probably did 10 grams in a day, and I fucking pretty much vomited all over the floor. Like it was the worst. It was the worst. I like it, but I just don't. No way. I'll do it now and then. It's fun. I like it. It's enjoyable. It's very yeah. Torn, you're a pothead. There you go. I spoke your name. I said this crazy motherfucker, and here Torn shows up. Yeah, I mean, he definitely. I didn't realize cannabis was your joint. I didn't realize you even smoked like that. I knew you smoked, but I didn't realize you smoke like that. You just smoke. You just all day. I used to be. But then but since you have a cannabinoid system, basically all the receptors, you can build up you could put that enough in your body. And I put enough in my body when I was well, not your age, a little older than you. I spent many years ingesting way too much. I didn't drink at all. All I did was smoke for years. And it basically filled up my system, and so it's like, all right, you've done that enough. You're already sensitive. So once you become sensitive enough and you don't need it anymore, that's when you become like perfected in that, because that is something that can build up in your system where spirit in a glass cannot. You piss it out. This is just this is a portal for something. That's a little different. That's why it's why it's such a healing plant, because you can actually put enough in you. But you definitely are a shaman. Yeah, fire Jake, but Andy's already. But yeah, but fire Jake, Andy already does mad yoga, or not yoga, well meditation. So mad, but hot yoga. Yeah. Well, I mean, remember, Andy, Andy, to make you a little more calm about the idea. There's no piper to be paid. There is no such thing as karma. The only thing that is karma is really just getting a little bit of the toxin out of your body. You can't really think of it too hard like that. It might seem like a mental game right now, but it really is just physical buildup in your body, and you just need to remove some of it. It's not that. It's not. Just because I've done it so many times, and you could ask somebody, you ask Kyle Estes, maybe you and him should go on a fast together. He's going on a fast real soon. That might be a good idea. I don't know if you've ever done that before. I don't know if we discussed this last time, but even if it's just a juice fast, and we could even talk about the juices you should use due to an overstimulation of certain organs. I mean, I think we probably already talked about this. So I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but I'm a little bit more in a sober state today. Hey DJ, am a little behind. Hopefully, I answered that already about the blue light. Are you talking about being on a bike, watching some dude ramble on YouTube? Some dude ramble. Yeah, but you want. Well, here, let me finish that off, DJ. You want to. Yeah, the natural light is clear, but then you have what you call full spectrum light. Natural light being clear light is beyond full spectrum light, but you can get full spectrum light bulbs that are using all of the frequencies to give you the right color. Like in my bathroom, in the place in at the beach, they'd put the halogens in. You know, this spiral bullshits, and they're very blue. They're awful. They suck. And the other ones are very yellow oriented, but it balances it out. So what I did was I took one of each, so I had a blue and a yellow, and so it was balancing that out. So it was more like if you go in the bathroom and you look at yourself under halogen light versus this light versus an incandescent versus you got all these different kind of light bulbs, you're gonna see something different, and it's also doing something different to your eyes and your melanin and your melatonin and your serotonin and all of the chemicals that are happening because of the light that's being pushed into your eyeballs. So if you find full spectrum light bulbs, that's the best thing to do inside. And no, that's the second best thing to do. The best thing to do inside would be to have candles. Candles are the best thing. It's a fire. That's going to be as close as you can get to the sun. Is the light from a fire, and you want it off of a honeycomb candle. The honeycomb candle is not only releasing negative ions to clean the air, but it also will show you a halo. Remember, look at all these old pictures. Remember all the old cartoons or somebody showed you to draw a candle. There was a halo around the light because it's coming out of a honeycomb, and the honeycomb, the way it melts the wax, creates a different color flame. If you get soy candles or something else, it's not going to give you the same kind of flame. You're going to see no halo, and it's not going to give you the same lighting situation. So it would be honey candle, then other candles, whatever. They're not bad. They're just you're not going to see a halo, and then um, you want halogen or incandescent. No, excuse me. Let me rephrase that. Honey candle, honey wax, honeybee wax, beeswax, soy wax or otherwise. And then you would get spectrum light bulb. Then you would get incandescent light bulbs, and then you would get the what you'd call the highest technology, the halogen light bulbs. Even though they're not generating a halo, the highest technology is actually the lowest technology. The highest technology was the candle, which is the lowest technology. And that's funny, Andy Bardot. The dude I was talking to today was a scratch golfer in high school, college too, and he was a fucking awesome dude. All right, we'll work on that, man. We'll work on that. I got to do it. Let me do a little more, because all of those, I don't know chemicals, man. I don't play with chemicals. So that's hard for me to tell you what to do to convert the simple thing to say is you need to fast. You have chemicals stuck in your system. Those whiskey's fine. The Cymbalta and the gabapentin, the THC is fine, but the gabapentin and Cymbalta, those are the things going to be stuck in your system. They're probably stuck in your liver, and you're re-releasing them at times. And those things you need to clean out. You know, and again, if I had said this the other day, like coffee enemas are probably going to do the best job for you. Bone cancer, I will fast and and I would drink celery juice, and I mean there'd be a few more things I would do. It would depend on is it a 60-year-old lady that's been eating calcium her whole life, or is it like a 20-year-old dude that, you know what I mean? There's gonna be something a little different that's going on there with why the bone cancer occurs, but it'd be celery driven, and it would definitely be fasting. I mean, the simple answer is always gonna be the same for me. Just drink your fucking piss. But if people aren't gonna do that, because I know that's a really difficult thing for people to comprehend, uh, find the foods that are signs of the nature of the dilemma you have. I would do onions, because if it's bone cancer, then it's probably bone marrow problems. Bone marrows are going to be that's where your blood's coming from. So you want onions and you want celery, and maybe potatoes just to clean your blood. Like that would be a good start. Um, and then you'd have to figure out where that started from, like which organ doesn't work, so that way you can get rid of it. Because if the organ continues not to work, I could give you all the celery juice I want. If I could tell you to do all the things, but if we can't fix the organ that doesn't play right, then your orchestra or your human body or your temple is not going to function properly. Fire Jack, yeah, me and a bunch of us were talking about that yesterday. Were you on for that when William Costes, you said we were talking about um what the fuck is the name of the movie? Fight Club? How he used to just bang his head against things when he was younger. Like sometimes you gotta just do that. I don't know. DJ, should you astral project when you're sick? Depends on how good you are at it. Uh, you could fix things from the astral realm with. If you were sick, you could fix something from the astral realm, but most people shouldn't. I wouldn't suggest, if you didn't know how to astral project and you were just trying to. I wouldn't suggest it, because then you're gonna be like that same mental, physical, emotional thing that turns out as some sort of sickness in the body. You're gonna have to go see in the astral realm, and that might fuck you up. Like in the sense of like spiritually, I ain't trying to get out of body. I ain't trying to astral project no more. That's too much. You could probably ask Mayan Jin about that. You could ask Estes about that. And I know I bring their names up a lot because we have a very similar thing that we do. And oh, if you're decent at it and you're willing and you can just go, no, I can get in the astral realm, then you could just be like, you could take care of things in astral realm to fix a physical body. But I would just fix myself physically first. Like, I mean, not me, no. I don't, that's fine for me. But for everyone else, I think you should probably clean your body up the proper way with the proper physical tools. Although you can fix it, mentally too. You can fix it spiritually if you like. I know he is. Every time he comes here, he always has this list of questions, and I love it. And it puts me on some sort of track here. He's like a disc jockey. I see him with the fire and the oops, I know, I know. Torn, not every day. Just built up in your system. Yeah. Um, Best thing to protect yourself from electronic devices, EMF. You have a few different kind of stones that help. You have crystals that will help, crystals and stones. Um, I mean, we're surrounded by we're surrounded by radio waves and all this shit no matter what we do in this society. So the if you're going to use a physical outlet to do that, it would be um, any tourmaline, black tourmaline, black stones. Black stones are the pullers; they'll suck energy in. So black stones always help. Magnetite probably helps. That's the magnetic stone. There's another name for it. I forget what it's called. Um, it's a physical way of doing it. Another way would be move the fuck out the city. Get the fuck outside of the city if you can't handle it. If you don't like to be in the kitchen cooking with alchemists, get the fuck out the heat. I mean, think about it. People live in the city and they spend you know so much energy or currency just to walk through, get to their job to make, let's say they make 100K, to pay for a place that's going to cost them 1,500 a month, to not eat right, to not. But if they just moved out there, they could buy a house. They could buy a house. They could be living in a house for $500 a month, and they could get a job that was more enjoyable, slower pace. And that's what electromagnetic frequencies ain't traveling so far out there, and neither are the humans, because humans are electromagnetic devices as well, and that's a really important thing people need to recognize. Is this is why whenever we go in public, that you can get energy off of people and give people energy, because you're exchanging energy. It'd be to go where, get around the trees. I mean, if you can't get out the city and you don't want to get out the city, I like the city. I like to get out of it sometimes, but I like the city. I adore it. But there's a park right there. There's a park right there, and I can take my shoes off right there, and I can ground myself. If you don't want to buy anything, you think crystals and all this shit is stupid, take your shoes off and go stand on the earth. All that shit that won't even affect you. It will do nothing to you. It can't do anything to you. So that would be the simplest, cheapest method, which is it's free. All you gotta do is stand outside with the shoes off. You in your building all day, all the electromagnetic smog and frequencies and blah blah blasting you off, giving you like little cancerous, whatever. And if you have the goal to do it, if you have the capacity to, there's even one tiny little spot of grass right there where the tree is, and it's all sidewalks. Go out there, take your shoes off, and stand there. That will ground you out and get rid of the EMF for a little while, but it will. What it's doing is it's coagulating your blood, because it's fucking up the structure of your water in your system, which is your blood, which is then causing coagulation of DNA to become cancerous. That's it's pretty simple to get rid of, but it's not going to last all day. You got to do it a couple times. So there you go. Withdrawal, Andy. Withdrawal sucks. If anything, withdrawal from food is tough. But once you can do it, then it's like, there's really not much you require anymore. Andy, okay, Andy. Within the next few days, man, I'll talk to you in like the human form. Well, maybe not like inhuman, but you know what I mean. Chitty chat on the phone. I know, fire Jack. But whatever. It's just, but we're giving answers to other humans though. Cleaning teas, walks in nature. Yeah, nettle leaf is a big one, Fire Drake. Yeah, yeah. You know what? Here you go. Fire Drake is a an herb shaman. Fire Drake knows his herbs even better than I do. Um, I even know shit. I just talk. I don't know. Yeah, he comes right off the top head with it. Yeah, you just want to replace things and remove things. You want teas that help you remove stuff. A lot of teas are going to add to you, but some will help you to exhume the dead bodies. This is the other story. People talk about like dead bodies and parasites out there. No, there's dead bodies inside of you, and there's parasites inside of you. The parasites are the shit you've been consuming that you shouldn't be consuming, and the dead bodies are the dead literal carcasses that you've buried inside of your intestines, and then it drifted into your blood, and then it went up here and became. That's probably a dead body. Like I'll tell you this. That's probably a dead body right there of something that I ate, and I haven't gone backwards to what 2 years ago when that showed up when I ate um, a burger somewhere. I mean, I haven't eaten a burger in forever. I don't eat cows. Maybe some chicken wings, and I got in a fight with somebody. I ate some chicken wings, got in a fight with somebody. Coagulate. Oops. Where the fuck did this come from? Now I have to do a 2-day fast, 3-day fast. That'll be gone. Just melt it right off. Well, that's about how it. It's an emotional, it's an electrical emotional system that causes the coagulation of the DNA. Well, I put that in there because you kept adding an R to it. Oh, I didn't say Badeau. Wasn't I saying? I thought I was saying it wrong. Badeau. I think you hear an R because my tongue is too big for my mouth, and I have a slur. I have to work really hard because of the size of my tongue with S, L's, and R's. And if I have a couple of drinks, the S, L's, and R's are gonna come out. I'm gonna be. I mean, this is why cars are SLRs. Well, you got MLKs and SLs and Rs. Those brands. It's where the side of the tongue sits, and this is why the snake speaks with the S's and the L's. The S's are the snake creatures, the L's are the Elohim, and the R's are the original creators of the alphabet, which came out of fire gods. I'm taking this down. I can't believe I just said that out loud. Don't ever repeat that. Let me hold on. My dog just looked at me funny. I shouldn't have told you all that. That's too much information. No, she ran out. Here we go. That's why that happens all the time. Because I turn my screen up because I'm outside, because it's so bright outside I can't see. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, you walked me in here. You wanted something. And here's what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep feeding you today until you have a stomach ache and you poop all over the floor, and then I'll make you eat it. How's that? Kidding. I'm not gonna do that to her, but here. You're such a fat pig today. Oh, you got some rice on your nose. Okay. So I told you the planet that I'm from. But that was encoded. If you understood the SL and R. I'm not gonna take this down. I'm just kidding. Who is that? Who? Here we go. Yeah, the sickness will make it. Well, the sickness makes it intense, but it could be a bad way. Uh, Andy, yeah, it will help. It's profound. Yeah, I don't even need to repeat what Fire Drake said. The P is always gonna help. It's like, I mean, really think about it, Andy. Like, I don't know how you run the business, and I don't know how you do all that, but you have to give people. You have to, um, if you run something that big, you have to be giving people piss. You have to be pissing on people. You have to be shitting on people. You have to be like literally boss manning it, right? So, as they say, you ever taken the piss? You ever taken your own piss? And so, I mean, maybe that's a solution. Maybe there's some sort of tension you have of maybe you would like I don't know, were you addicted to somebody? I mean, B, a lot of my, B, even now I'm still kind of, I'm a prick to people. Not in a belittling way, but the way they might see it. But you know, years ago, I was a ignorant prick. I would piss on people and be very judgmental of things. And if you run a business, you have to kind of do that. And so if you run that, you have to be pissing downstream. And if you tasted your own piss, maybe you'll see what they see. Maybe you'll hear what they hear. And that changes that changes vices. That changes your devices. That changes what you see. Changes what you hear. It changes maybe even how you treat people. I'm not saying you treat people wrong. I doubt it, but I mean, we all fucked up. We all treat people stupid sometimes. We all got shit on. We all got, we got our issues that were dropped down. They say that the sins of the father and the mother that wasn't around, all these kind of ways that the programming gets set in, whether it's through the systems or through the actual organic things that are going on. And that becomes the way that we play our lives out until we go, oh, can I get back in the mother's womb and restart this game? Well, what happened when you were in the mother's room? In the mother's womb, you were inside of a big, basically a mason jar of piss. Now you'd call that the amniotic fluid, but you're drinking your own piss. Go back there. Once you go back there, you'll have a whole different perspective on things. You know what I'm saying? Does that help encourage that at least? It's Divine Hazel. Somebody told me that their urine molded the other day. I've seen some weird shit in my urine. I threw that right out because if you have a dirty jar or it's too hot, the temperature is going to ruin the fermentation. That can happen. So you can just like anything, if you put the wrong, if you don't put the right yeast in there when you're brewing a beer or doing whatever you're doing, you can ruin it. You could yeah, it can get funky. I've lived in hot climates. It's happened to me. It's happened to me 3 times, I think. It's happened to me at the beach twice because of the temperature of the house. It wasn't cool enough, and probably because I used a jar that, like, because I just get done drinking like apple juice or whatever as a glass jar, and I clean it out, but not good enough. There's some bacteria on it, and then it will go bad. You'll know. But I've never seen it. I've seen mold. Never. I've seen shit in it that shouldn't be in there and smelled it and said, well, that ain't right. Tourmalines, what's up? What's up, Awakening G? Versace making 3-piece tin suits. I love it. Awakening G, I do, but I tend to either I stink fucking rancid, like not rancid. I stink to a profound level when I eat because my system it cleans out so quickly. So my armpits will stink really fast, really hardcore, yardcore. But when I most of the time, I don't even wear deodorant. It's not needed, even in hot climates because my blood is clean. You're only gonna smell if your blood is dirty. So, and that dirt is going to come through, fried foods. When I say dirty, it just means fried foods and things that have very strong aroma. It's easier just to use lemon or lime, or citrus. I wouldn't use orange. I think there's a little too much sugar in orange. It's going to cause a kind of funny. I think it. I, but lemon and lime's good. Essential oil, mix it with something. It doesn't like when if I'm stinking, nothing's really gonna work, because my body's just like get rid of this, and here's one portal to get it out of, and so just it just releases it. I'm just like, well, apparently I stink today. DJ, yes, grounding sheets and earthing mats, excellent idea. Best material to make dowsing rods out of, and how long should they be? Yeah, you go every time you come here, DJ. You always got. I feel like you got a list of questions there. And see, we can rattle them off. It's yeah. Dowsing rods, that's tough. I think it really relies on what type of person you are. I think it relies a little bit on your astrological sign, and what tree resonates with you. But I think dowsing rods can be, you can use wood, but I think most dowsing rods, copper is the best way to go. You could just bend a piece. You could go in your closet and get yourself a wire hanger and use that. But then again, you'd have to be sensitive enough to use it. The length, you're probably gonna be in the 13-inch range. But again, it goes against how sensitive are you, and you know, if you weren't very sensitive, you want a longer rod. If you had a very tight grip on something, and then you'd get it. But if you had a looser grip and your sensitivity, like a shorter rod would make much more sense. I can't answer that fully here because I don't douse too often. Like I douse with my person. You're already the dowser. You're already doing it. That's just like kind of a larger antenna. But I think most people would want an antenna probably somewhere in the similar range. They'd want a length of a magic wand, but those wands are going to be dependent upon the kind of tree you get it from. So 8 to 13 inches for a wand, or this is where seems like it would fit in. But that's subject to change once I do a little bit of research, because it's been a while since I've even considered that. Fire Drake, when I do, I used to, yeah, it is an essential oil. Whenever I was really really like kind of healthy, there's one girl, like, even though some people like, I don't know about, she's like, no, his odor is perfect. Like, I was like, yeah, it is, isn't it? It was like, because the aroma is so important. But when I stink, I stink. What's up, MK High Tech? Yeah, well, well, ours and all the letters. Yeah, yeah, or just take his shoes off and be really good at it. But that's yeah. DJ, I've never thought of that. I mean, do dog here. Try this. Do animals urinate on their food? And what are animals eating? You can start there and answer your own question. Um, why not just drink the urine? Why urinate on the food? Either eat or drink your piss. Pick one. It would it increase the availability? Not as much as like a yogurt would. I think the yogurt's going to work a lot better, because the urine itself is going to be more of a charging thing for your body, where the food is going to try to discharge your body, and to actually turn the food into something that's living and moving, especially if it's been cooked. You'd add something like a ferment. Add a ferment or a yogurt, and that will fix it. There you go. Fire Jack already answered it. Fermenting does it. Pissing through your neighbor's letterbox. Yeah, I might have done something like this once or twice. Golden showers all around. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I hear you on that. I mean, I like all of it. That's that you know, I feel you on that. I enjoyed all aspects of it. You know, what you're saying, Andy, like, because I've went through the whole rigmarole, building houses, making little money, blah blah blah, doing the corporate jobs. I had the corporate jobs. I build houses. I design shit. Like I've done all the shit. I just like teaching. You know, that's about it. That's what I got. That's all I got left. That's all I got left. I got my rap game. That's what I got. uh, DJ, lymphatic system is your relief system. The best way to enhance it is through using gua sha massage. Gua sha is the easiest and fastest and cheapest. Massage is going to be doing deeper work, but not right on the lymph system necessarily. And make sure you drink warm water and warm tea, not cold. Guasha, Guasha. You spelled it right. It's two words. Combined is one. It's a tool that is used to basically scrape against the skin. When I say scrape, it ain't scraping. It's just moving your lymphatic system along and releasing your skin from being bound by the gluey shit that you've eaten in your life. So it gets stuck to like your muscle can get stuck to, you know what I'm saying? There's different parts of you have so many different layers to you that you have to pull them apart, and one way to do it is a guasha tool. It's pretty simple. You can use a spoon. The best spoon to use is use those spoons that I wouldn't use a metal spoon. I think there's a couple of reasons for that. Um, electrically wise, and this is just a separate thing. You should use a ceramic spoon, and some oil. Yeah, we could. Yeah, but fire check. I hear you. Yeah, and moving would be the best thing you could do. Just move, just shake, bounce, get on a trampoline. Gouache the tool on Amazon is $10, and you get a whole set of them, which are nice. Or just in case I didn't finish what I said, a ceramic like soup spoon that you get at a Chinese restaurant. Go eat some Chinese food, and when you get that little bowl of miso, just stick the spoon in your pocket. That's the one you want. That would do the best. 45-degree angle, scrape it up and down the leg. I mean, they say one direction, but like, no, you just cracking those little knots and pieces that are stuck together. Yeah, yeah, skin cleaning will, yeah. Uh huh. Okay, we hour 30 in here. You guys gonna give me 1 second so I can go urinate into someone's face. I'm gonna have free. See, this is why I wish I was on a different network. I could just go piss in all of your faces right now. I'm gonna leave you guys here. I'll be back in 1 second. Well, hell. The pisses actually taste good today. There we go. Look at this little thing. What's she doing? Meaty, what's she doing? She wants to get cuddled up on here. Anyways. So, back to the question and answer session. With the one TsarXen in the building. But the piss was good today. What did I have? I had a lot of potatoes today. Potatoes and onions and I made tacos. DJ, you know the answer to that one. Of course it is. It's the best way to do it. Eye bass with urine is awesome. Good robot, DJ. Yeah, I put it in the eye cup and just eccentric. Well, why should you eat onions? I did this yesterday, but I'll do it again just for a second. A shortened version is, look at how an onion grows. It has layers to it. Does anything else in nature grow like that? You won't find anything. And what it's connected to. I'm not going too esoteric with it. It's going to clean the blood cells in your body. That's about as simple as you can make it. So that's why. Whatever the Jain Buddhists said, they were wrong. The only reason they said don't eat garlic and don't eat onions is because they're also aphrodisiacs. But they're aphrodisiacs because they're cleaning your blood, and if you have clean blood, you can more easily get a hard on, and you'll get more blood flow to the vagina. Because if you don't have thick blood, thin blood can go just about anywhere. If you had thick, milky, like just a gelatinous substance trying to go down a river, your dick would never get hard. But your dick could get hard if you use onions, which are going to clean the cells of your blood, and garlic, which is basically going to kill all of the other bacteria in your system. So there you go. That's why you eat onions. An eye cup is ICUP. Awakening G, I don't know it like that. Nope. I'm going to do it from over here for a second. I wish I had a plug in a closer spot to my chair over there, but I do not. So you guys have to see me this way now. In nature, you could eat a raw onion. That's untrue. I wouldn't repulse you. It repulses you because you're of a low vibration, or a computer system. But it's cellular. And yes, there are plenty of things you should cook in nature. This I've covered countless times. I'm not going to go that deep with this because I've covered this absurd amount of times. There's 3 levels to nature, I'll give you that. What's underground, you should cook because it hasn't been processed. The starches, the carbohydrate, there's a carbohydrate, starch, sugar. You have to cook what's underground to release the energy from it, to give you what it is. So if you live in a cold climate, there's no fruits growing. So of course you'd eat what's underground because that's what you'd find. And if you were in a cold climate, you'd want to start a fire. And you'd use a fire outside of your body to cook the element that was underground. Opinions? I don't have opinions. I have facts. Facts. 6 X's. But no, I don't. I'm not gonna. I've made a video for him. I already told him. He already knows what's up. I don't play with people like that. I don't give a fuck. He can do whatever the hell he wants. Is he right or wrong? Okay. I'll give it like this. His knowledge is dog shit. Him as a person, I'd probably hang out with him. I'd probably eat his raw. I'd eat meat with him. That's real talk. But his knowledge is trash. It's dog shit. I wipe my ass with everything he says. But him as a person, he's a glorious human being. He just happens to have a disposition to speak things that are untrue because he doesn't know the truth. With that being said, can you eat meat? Should you eat meat? There are certain cultures that need to eat meat. The same way some cultures need to dig underground to find food. If you lived in Alaska, why you think all these cats in Alaska they're going out whale hunting for all the blubber because it's fucking cold. They're gonna live inside, bring that fat in of this one creature that they tribally and they bless and blah 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 because they're not. What are they cooking there? We're gonna cook the fruits and vegetables. Ain't no fruits and fucking vegetables. That's as easy it is. So, from that being said, if you think you live where you could easily pick fruits and berries and vegetables and live off the land and think you need to go murder something to live, you're oddly mean and obviously misguided, and if I could help him with that I would, but I would never judge him for that. So I don't have an opinion on him, but his information that he speaks, the information is wrong. It's faulty. Easy enough? And everything raw diet and fire drag, everything raw, it don't work. It can't work. It doesn't work. I've gone over the raw diet 1,000 times, and I'll do it just because I'm having fun with it. If you live in the north, you can't eat raw food because if you lived in Maine, if you live in Canada, what do you think you're going to eat raw? You think you're going to eat the fruits off the trees? There ain't no fucking fruit trees in Canada. You're supposed to be eating local. Now, we should all be living towards the equator. This is without question. We should all be eating hand to mouth off the land. But if you're going to eat the animals, the best way to eat them raw if you're such like that. But another way to eat them would be to age them because the meat being aged will actually start to digest it and turn into a fermented process, which helps it to digest and become assimilable to become somewhat usable by the human. But if you're living somewhere in the north, you can't do that. It doesn't work. If you think you could eat fruits and vegetables in Canada, but it's only because a truck is bringing it there to you. But in the real world, there's no truck, there's no airplane. In the real world, there's no truck, there's no airplane. They're not bringing you food from Florida so you can have your lemonade or your orange juice or whatever you want with breakfast. No, you're going to have your maple syrup, and you're probably going to have to even eat your Canadian bacon because you're going to have to, use those pigs up. And you're probably going to, that's just how it's going to happen. You're going to eat some potatoes or whatever they're growing up there. That's how it's going to work. Are we supposed to be eating animals? No. But climate-driven diet is the truth. Now our climate is, there's planes flying shit everywhere. Okay, well then eat what the fuck you want then. Then don't ask me. Don't argue with me. There's no argument here. You can eat what you want. I don't care what you eat. But tell that dude come to my house and he's hungry and he wants to stab my dog, we can have a problem. Oh, he needs meat? I'm sorry, homie. I got vegetables in here and we ain't going to no stores. You're stuck with me. You want to eat my dog? Let's find out. That's the thing. You want to see how much of a vegetarian he'll be real quick? You want to see how much, how much you want it? How much do you desire the blood of the animal that you need to survive? That dude in almost instantaneously will be drinking my piss, because my piss is clean and his is dirty. His is filthy. He's vampiric. It just so happens. There's a lot of vampires out here. A lot of people that have to go through that. I was. Everybody was. We all went through the blood diet. Ain't nobody out there been really clean in the blood diet except for people in nations that you ain't even heard of been to. That's just knowledge. That's just facts. I'll put 9 X's on it. We ain't even playing with 6 X's. Some people want to play with 3 X's. I'm making 9 X videos. Cholesterol, an essential nutrient. Cholesterol can be used, especially for people that have been, if you get burnt in a fire, cholesterol is very important. You obviously we're fruitarians, we're breatharians, we don't need it, but for the general standard human, that that's going to help you. Eggs, hard-boiled eggs, are used for burn victims all over Europe because the cholesterol is extremely important to create basically your skin. I mean, it will heal. It will heal people. Eggs and milk. I've said 1,000 times are a great idea. Just don't pasteurize them shits. What's up, Doppelbanger 666? We have seen that there can be nothing outside of the all. Then is the universe the all? No, this cannot be because the many seems to be made up of many and is constantly changing. Okay, I mean, that's a good statement. I really don't still know what you mean. I've never seen you before. I don't know. I don't know how long you've been here, what you're commenting on, what I said, or if you're asking me a question. This was you ask a question and I give an answer because I don't think I've seen you before, and I really don't know what you're saying there. Yeah, hydrolyzed collagen is the way to go. I mean, isn't that what cholesterol basically is? Um, DJ, I've answered that question for you before. No, that's dumb. I'm not gonna answer that again. All animals eat other animals? No, that's a dumb statement. That's not true at all. I mean, come on, I've answered that for you before. And the animals, the cholesterol in the brain, from vitamin F. You don't even know what vitamin F looks like. Have you ever seen vitamin F? That came out the corporatocracy, the corporate industry of death, the pharmakia, the pharmaceutical poison pill givers that tell you need meat for your brain. Were you fucking meathead? you know, that's a meathead. Your brain needs water. Your memory system is made of water and light. So why would you need meat for the brain? That would be a very meathead thing to ask. And all animals do not. The sunlight sustains me. Yeah, that and spring water is awesome. Distilled water is the best, but spring water it's a powerful substance, but spring water tends to be more of a healing, like in one direction. You can there's elements in it that can trigger things in the body, and because there's energy in the water, because it's sprung up through things, spring water has a lot of quality to it, But I fully suggest to 90% of people, the way to go is unless you're harvesting the spring water yourself. People think they're drinking spring water when they get it from a store. That's not spring water. That's plastic bottled shit. Spring water is you go get the spring water. I used to go harvest it. Universe shifts as soon as our perception shifts. Yeah, this is correct. So everyone here is a living human being. Yeah. Wunderplants. I never heard of that. That sounds very German, and I don't speak the German very well. Yeah, dead plastic water. As soon as in there for too long, it loses its charge of actually being from a spring. The natural spring is doing it. It's giving you the energy of the moving water. This is William. Was this William Reich's work on water? Was it Reich, or was it who was the water? Who was one of the water shamans, the water gods, the water? Yeah, I mean, I never call him a. They never call him a god or a shaman. They call him the water wizard. I think. Victor. Victor. Is it Victor Schauberger? Is that right? I think it was Victor Schauberger. Schauberger was the dude. Yeah. Awakening G. I structure my distilled water inside of my kidneys when I piss, and so it becomes structured. I do I Yeah. I put a little smiley face next to it. I most of the time when I remember to, when I'm not too thirsty or whatever, I'll bless it and say thank you. Stir it sometimes. Not all the time. It's just. It's like here. Look at this. This cup is now blessed. Abracadabra. And every content in here is now highly structured, and I could structure it by making a noise at it. Now, if I mean, it's not going to work so well in plastic because the plastic's going to eat it up. But if I had a glass that had a certain shape to it, I could structure it a lot better. But we can bypass that by me going, everything is mine. That's structured, and I'm happy with it. DJ, I don't know what you're doing right now. You went from like just asking questions, kind of being like a dipshit about things, and saying something really completely like the last four things you said is really stupid, and it almost makes me want to block you because it's like I'm not going to answer you anymore because animals in nature don't drink water hardly a sip or two every 6 weeks. That's not true. They just don't. They don't drink water when they eat, and it depends on the animal you're talking about. If you're talking about bloodthirsty animals that are actually eating other animals' blood, they're getting electrical charge out of that. You're talking about different kinds of animals. You can't make a blanket statement like that. That's silly. Hashimoto's disease? Do you have Hashimoto's? Are you asking me about Hashimoto's? I know about it. DJ, that's that you're using very small-minded logic on things. Have you ever read? Go read Pottinger's Cats. I get you. I get what you're saying about cooked food and water. Yeah, I think you kind of now you're just doing a thing and I don't like it. So I'm not gonna answer you anymore. I've answered you for about an hour and a half and given you lots of fucking wisdom and now I think I'm tired of talking to you. So I'm gonna give everybody else the dance floor because these things I'm pretty sure I've answered for you before and you're being redundant. And especially after you asked me about the brain collagen thing and eating meat. I'm pretty sure that was you. So it's been fun, man. I appreciate it. If you are actually a human being, and even if you're a computer, I appreciate you too. Or if you're some sort of system gaining information, I hope you got your fill of information for today. But I've answered that exact question before, and the way that you ask questions is weird. It's. I mean, I'm weird, dude, too. But I don't know, DJ. I'm the last couple of things you said are just you put me off. That's all. Like if we were in a bedroom and we were about to make love, I'd be like, yeah, I just lost my heart on for you. Doppelbanger. What's a thought that you've never had? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Are you trying to like stump me? You think you stump me? What's a thought? What do you want me to go to meditation? You want me to go straight meditation, just om on you? I don't get it. You gonna do the same thing now? Come on, dude. What is that? How can I answer that? You're giving me an unanswerable question. You can't put me in a conundrum. That's silly. What's a shit you never took? What's a sight you've never seen? What's a word you've never heard? What's a bird that never sang a song? Can you smell me right now? You're welcome, DJ. Of course, man. And if you are real, feel free to come back. But I'm sorry about if no, I know I'm not sorry. Just you kind of asked me some stupid shit there. Maybe it's just because so many people have asked me that. And some people try to test. I don't take tests. I give tests. You're in class. I'm not. See, that's why I'm not on your channel. You're on mine. That's the difference. And I don't say that egotistically or anything. I just say it from a really fuck. What the fuck are you talking about? And I think it's once a doppel fucking snackle bangers came here too. and saying dumb shit. You're gonna go look up something on the internet and be like, "Well, I found an unanswerable question. I'm gonna ask somebody that thinks they're smart." What? Yep. Here, hold on. Well, that would make DJ. That would make no sense at all, would it? Then you listen to all and follow none. Then you don't listen. What's the point of listening if you're not gonna act upon it? That would be a pointless existence. It would be beyond pointless. It'd be the silliest thing. So I'm gonna ask a bunch of people a bunch of questions for no reason. And yeah, but I've already told you. I've stated it clearly. I don't deal with opinions. I deal with facts. There are facts in the universe. Opinions that do you eat? Hold on. Let me ask you a quick question here, DJ. You say I listen to all and follow no one. When's the last time you went and ate at a restaurant? When's the last time you ate? When's the last time you went and did anything? If you did anything other than sit there, so you just sit there on a computer and type, then you're following the computer. You follow no one? Is the computer no one? Am I on this side? It seems like. Are you subscribed to me? Do you follow me? I mean, you said you listen to all and follow no one, but so what do you what for? I mean, for what reason though? But if you're going to research and collect data, then how can you then you're following something. You're following data. You're following research. You're going to get your tongue tied here. You have 2,000 channels you observe. But for what reason? If you're but then you're still following something. So you can't you've already misstepped in your language. You're following. And if you're here on my channel, how 1,999 others? I'm just playing, but I'm playing with language the same way as you do. You know, I think it's fun. I mean, I kid you with facts. I kid you with opinions. I could, play games on a computer, but what research and collecting data? What is it? But there must be a goal. Hold on. Let's try one more time, DJ. If there's a goal to it, then you're following something. Are you following an order? Are you following a dollar? Or you just infinitely a portal of energy that no one pays you. Somehow you got a computer and somehow you're typing online. And you've come across my channel and you're collecting and researching data. And now that you're collecting and researching data, if you're a real human being, you're following an order. So you're following an order, or you're following a dollar, or you're following studies. So don't say you don't follow, because you're a follower. But are you not following? Your own order and self-interest. Self-interest. So then, but you're still following yourself then. So so who's got you? Hey, have you caught your own tail yet? Has the tiger caught its own tail? You know what I mean? But yeah, I hear you. It's just as I said earlier, I don't know any of you people on here. This is me talking shit to some screen, except for some of these people I do know. Well, I hope you are. I really do. I really truly, DJ. I will say this. From the depth of my being and the depth of where I come from and the highest wisdom that I have, I hope you're a real, true human being, like a real, true seeker, and you really do want to know something, and you really are looking for enlightenment. I really do. I do, truly. I feel that in myself. But there's no way of me telling through this little screen here. So if you are, hopefully I give you every answer you need up to a point. Because sometimes we got to stretch. But for whatever it is. It was fun. It was fun anyways on my end. uh, Buteween, no, I had a beautiful day today chatting with some people that gave me a bunch of energy. Yeah, I mean, if you're really a truth seeker and not doing it for like extra interests, like if you're just doing it because it's funny to do, it just what he's saying is just not it's not going to help. How about this? You want truth? You want to help humanity? Are you about like do you know who uplifting humanity is? Do you know people that are really into like trying to lift up the consciousness and awareness and how humans work and function to be a tribal unit that cares about each other, the planet, the earth, the animals, and everything that's going on. He's not one of them. He couldn't be if he's out there telling you that you need to take a knife and slit animals' throats on a daily basis to get your nutritional needs. That's I haven't treated it like one. How should you treat it? Why is it so serious? I mean, what are you looking for? Yeah. That's gotta be a long go at to listen to somebody say something that's like just completely untrue. Man, I watched a few of his videos and I like him. I think he's a cool dude. But then I got kind of like, man, really? He really thinks this? You know what happened to him? I'll tell you what happened to him. I'll tell you what happened. He already said it in one of those videos. He went vegan. He went vegan. Vegans done fucked up a lot of things. it's a it's not right. It's vegans don't got it they got it twisted too. And so because he was a vegan and he couldn't handle being vacant of knowledge and vacant of information and wisdom and being weak by eating plasticized diets. Yeah. So he was eating a vegan diet and he was feeling weak and not strong. You can't eat a vegan diet when you're living in, where do you live in Sweden? In a pretty cold climate, but vegan has nothing to do with vegetarianism. And so he was eating vegan and he got weak eating vegan. And so his solution was to just walk the other way and start eating blood rather than going, "Well, actually, there's something here in the middle that I can do that doesn't involve, uh, slaughtering creatures." Because the vegans, they swear they got it right. They swear they know what's going on. I took all my videos about the fucking vegans down because they got all downvoted. I'd be arguing in the comments with these people. I was like, I ain't got time for this stupid shit. I'm not arguing with the Christians no more. I'm not arguing with the vegans. I'm talking to people that want to talk to me. If you don't like it, this is why I do this shit live. I say get the fuck out the room because go find what inspires you. That's always my how can we help? How can we assist humanity? How can we assist each other? How can we treat each other good and kind? But don't get it wrong, just because we're good and kind, don't think that my verbal like tenacity is not going to come after you. Like not you, but whoever that is, it just thinks they can like you're stupid because you think people should be drinking piss. What the fuck are you talking about? Do your research before you come talk something to me. That's always the general feeling, and I think everybody has that. I think that's part of the natural species, if there is a species that is maybe gods or humans, and I'm not sure I'm too human like. I don't know. I never met my family. I never met my folks. I never met so I don't know. Shit, do I have a belly button? You guys want to see? I don't even think I got a belly button. I mean, it's all in humor to me because it's not really. It doesn't really. I'm not too emotionally involved. I'm feeling involved with it, but I'm not emotionally attracted to any of this shit. This is just silly. This is silly banter to me. Like, this is you some you. Here we are. The Russia Egypt, Buteween. I was at the place chatting with these cool people, and I missed the whole game. Were the Were the goals any good in the Russia-Egypt? Because it was 3-1. I didn't see the Colombia-Japan. I seen bits and pieces of the Russia-Egypt, but I didn't see any of the goals. Yeah, Aldrin, there you go. These people, serious and sincere are two different things. They're sincere, but they're seriously wrong. Christians are sincere, but they're seriously wrong. Just like vegans. Vegans ain't, hey, Butte Wayne, no, we ain't, no, vegans are not fine, and they ain't gonna be fine. You have never been here? I'm not gonna do it again. They eat plasticized food. It's part of a, it's a, no, no. Vegans are fucked up. But here's the thing is, when I say that, there's vegans that actually eat a vegetarian diet, but they call themselves vegans. No, just call yourself human and eat what's healthy. Eat the living food. But once you call yourself a vegan, that opens up an entire world of walking into the middle of the grocery store and buying everything on the shelf that says it's vegan. And then you have to talk to these vegans that go, veganism isn't even a diet. Because it's not. I'm tired of doing this talk too. I'm gonna have to do this talk again. Just put it up there. Vegan ain't a diet. But then they'll tell you here's a vegan diet, and here's what you eat if you're vegan. I could eat this fucking cup right now. It's plastic. It never hurt an animal. This plastic cup is literally ground up and put in vegan food in the middle of a fucking store. You can go to your local coffee shop and find your gluten-free, vegan, bullshit-ass coffee cake, and then read through the ingredients and just think and see if you would, for 1 second, believe that was something you should ever put into your body. What's up, Jude Meister? The only reason vegetarians survive is because eggs and milk are blood based. That's not true. That's wrong. No. No. Vegetarians don't eat meat and dairy, and they don't eat they don't eat eggs and milk. So dairy and eggs. It's evo-lacto. Evo-lacto has nothing to do with vegetarians. Fruitarians exist. Breatharians exist. Vegetarians exist. And then you have evo-lacto. It's not because they're blood-based. Your blood isn't based upon eggs and milk. Eggs and milk are great in my mind and in everyone else's that knows what's going on because they're death-free foods. And so is honey. But your blood is not. Your blood is... what is your blood based on, though? Reread what you just wrote there. The only reason vegetarians survive is because eggs and milk are blood-based. What is your blood based upon, though? All right, doppelganger, you're retarded. I'm putting you in timeout because you're just saying some stupid shit now. It's blood plasma? What is blood plasma? Yeah, why does your brain still work, Leo? You ain't no cholesterol from dead meat? Breatharian ain't starvation. Fruitarians aren't asking for problems. All right, DJ. Hey man, now you're being silly again, because you're just saying things that don't even make sense again. I don't understand where you're getting this from. So you're just saying stupid shit to get me to respond to it. Is that what you're doing again? Because vegan is vacant. So yes, you're right about that. Breatharian is not starvation. No, it's living off of the electrical charge. You just can't do it in a city because unless you know what you're doing. And breatharian is not starvation. That's just not right. And fruitarians are not asking for problems. No, that's not true because what is your blood based on? How does your system work? Have you ever fasted? If you say you drink your piss, your body works on glucose. What do you think is in fruit? Glucose. It's the highest knowledge. There's plenty of people that are fruitarians. What? Satan ain't wrong, homie. Hey, Buteween, you're wrong about Satan. And nutritional yeast, I don't know anything about. And the diet, I don't know anything about. But Satan is not wrong. Veganism, no. Oh, man, I'm about to shut this one off. Now everybody just want to argue about some shit. Well, I don't want to get in this diet thing again. I've covered this so many fucking times. Can we just have a joyous evening, guys? Because everybody talking some dumbass shit right now. Veganism is not, but Buteween, that's not true. Okay, but then you say, Brother Aaron, see that, fasting is eating raw meat diet because you're eating yourself. That's not true. You're not eating yourself. You're eating cancer off of you. Your body doesn't eat itself. That's not what's happening. All right, DJ. Again, please change the subject because this is stupid. Because now you're just wanting to see a different, like, let's wild Zen out because you're just saying things to get a rise out of me, which, where you live at. Come see me in the public sector. We'll do this in the public sector. See if you want to wild me out in the public sector. That'd be fun because there'll be more people around. We can have a whole show about it, and it'll be just a good show. But no, you don't eat your meat, though, homie. It's eating cancer. It's eating things that aren't supposed to be part of you. You consume such a small amount of your own protein during a fast to create the glucose because your body is using all of the improper fuels that shouldn't be in it. Go back to the beginning. Here, DJ, let me just take you back to the beginning of the world. Let me do this for you. What's up, Sipping on Nectar? Let's take you back to the beginning of the world when you came out your mother's vagina. What did you come out of? You came out of piss, drinking your piss for 9 months. Then what did you do? Then you drank milk. For how long? And how big did you grow to be? Where did your brain, with all of this meat that it needed, that you improperly stated, and where did all of this other shit that you're talking about, if you're just drinking milk, how does a baby grow? How does this baby grow so big? It just goes womp, 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 womp. Grows up, becomes hyper intelligent, just sucking on a tit and getting milk. How'd it grow them bones? Ain't no bones in milk. What's up, Jonah, man? I believe, the sipping on nectar, I think it was purple or green. I think there were some purple green things going on, but sipping on nectar, that's a really big subject change. I don't know much about that. So DJ, I'll take you on that. Cancer can keep you alive. Sure. Raw milk is where it's at. Yeah. Here, hey DJ, let me go one step further. The mother cow that's sitting out there that you say doesn't drink water. Hold on, here. Let me just your whole thing that you're doing here. Let's just fix this and then we'll move on. You say animals in nature don't drink water but every 6 weeks. Yes or no? We scroll right back to it. You said this. So now the cow that has basically gums that came from an auroch, it's connected to the bull, both vegetarian, not vegan. They eat no meat. In nature, even the ones that are domesticated, they're still eating next to like shit. So they're drinking water. Once every 6 weeks. And then they're producing milk, fat, and cholesterol from grass and water once every 6 weeks. How does that work? Where's the cholesterol coming from? From all the brains they were eating from the animals they were killing? Well, they're vegetarian though, right? And they're not drinking any water, but every 6 weeks. So what are we confusing here? How is it that milk then creates the bone and the milk fat? The bacteria turns turns grass into milk fat? That's an amazing bacteria. Maybe you could tell me about it. And it creates their bones too. So they can create bones out of grass, no water, and what? So how are you suggesting it's done? Many stomachs? How many stomachs they got? They have many stomachs. Who cares about the bigger colon? What the fuck is their colon doing? And why? What does many stomachs have to do with anything? I gotta have 50 stomachs. What does it matter? 2 to 4? What is that? Okay, so what? What are they doing? You might know. I might just be playing with you here. But how is it? They're taking no water, a substance that has no fat in it, grass, and producing bones in their own body and milk fat. So they're fermenting grass into saturated animal fats? But how are they doing it? How are they doing it? You're just saying words. How are they doing that? But you can't say that's why. You can't say you have one stomach, but they have 4 stomachs, so they can ferment grass into animal fat. Nowhere else can you figure out how to take something that doesn't have fat in it and turn it into fat. You can do it the other way around. Yo, Cam, what's going on, man? It's good to see you. Yeah, I figure. I mean, of course. But I have fun with it. All right. All right, DJ. It's been fun playing. You've gotten way too much of my time. It was a good time. And Doppelganger, yes, I have love for others, but you're B. Of course I do. How the fuck do you think I make all these videos? How the fuck do you think I talk to all these people? I have so much love for people. Why you ask me stupid questions? I already put you in timeout for being a little kid about it. Now I gotta do it again? Man, both of you just gotta do that. Both of you scientism-tologists motherfuckers that believe in your scientism god. Is that what it is? I mean, come on. When I'm talking, I'm just playing, but you all trying to figure out how to mechanical. I don't even know what you guys call it anymore. Technologicalize, mechanicalize. All right, you know what, DJ? Peace out, homie. See you later. I'm done with you. And you two, Doppelbanger, you sound stupid to me. And you know what's dumb is I'm gonna put you in timeout, and I'm gonna delete you, and then you're gonna I'm gonna open up another account just to fuck with this dude again. Like, why do that? Why not go do something that inspires your fucking life? Because if the education that I'm not giving you, if you don't think it's helping you and you're just observing it, then get the fuck out of here. It just doesn't make any sense to anybody. You're ruining it for everyone else. You're like the asshole that sat there and just well, I can't learn nothing from nobody else. Let me just question everything off of what I was given by the scientism and the religion that I was. Like, get out of here with that. Bye. Bye. You're definitely removed. Okay, what's up, everybody? What's up, Guan Yin? Yeah, I know. I get you, Guan Yin. But he been in here for a long time. He been here before, and he does the same fucking thing. And he says some stupid shit. So, whatever. And even I don't even know what the fuck he is. It's for you or it's not. And that's why I say, like, I'll answer the questions because the questions he was asking were really good because they're providing material for everybody else to listen to, which were great questions. But then he would say some really dummy shit. Like, super dumb, like, stupid, like, I don't know. Of course you can get somebody to, respond in a way, especially Especially me. You think that I won't respond? Of course I will. But it's funny to me anyways in the end. I don't give a fuck. Hey guys, you want to come join me? I'm gonna go get another glass of the diviner's poison, which I turn into panacea, because I can, like a cow, with all of my stomachs. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show here. He's not even here, but I'll record this and send it back to him. I'm like a cow. What I can take is a product that literally has no fat in it whatsoever. I'm gonna take alcohol, which would literally remove oils from everywhere that you look around you, and fats everywhere around you. And I'm gonna turn it into fat. I'm gonna turn it into collagen. I'm gonna turn it into why my brain is on such a fucking high level that maybe these meatheads need to remove the collagen from their brain because they don't know what the collagen is supposed to be doing or where it comes from. Because if you understood, it would mean, are you in college again? You got to come back to college again? How many times you come back here for you? Yeah, I get you, but you know, I told you, you know, you guys were entertained by it, yes? Well, was it not entertaining to like have like it's like such basic science that you can just like scientism that you can just cut apart, but they can't even understand it. I dealt with a lot of them when my channel first came out. I dealt with a lot of that shit. Yeah, you gotta go if you can't. Like, if you're just gonna keep on like a, yeah, that don't work. That don't work well. I should probably just start doing like fucking giant summits. William Kyle Estes. Dude, I wish, I'm so upset right now. Oh, fuck. I wish I could invite those two ass fucks back into the room so William Kyle Estes could have just ate their fucking asses out and swallowed their goddamn soul. And that's material right there. I know. Just turn the page. But that would have been funny. I would have paid for that. Yeah, William Kyle, you missed it. I can't wait. I can't wait. William Kyle, I don't know where you are like mentally with your day of all of your buffoonery. But just before you got here, I did like most of this time has been spent on dealing with people asking some really great questions, but then some really fucking dumb ones. It's like, how are you still asking me this? Let me try to open up a little bit of space for you guys because you know why? I'm using the wrong plug. Well, that's going to change a few things now, won't it? Let's see if this charges my phone a little better. All right. They were like mini Scientologists or something. Not Scientologists, scientism majors. Here, we'll feed your ass. We'll put some weight on you. Young amino acids. Let me just hey, if this shuts off when I do this, I'm gonna come right back. If this shuts the broadcast for a second, just give me like 30 seconds because I gotta because my phone these days is not charging as well as it used to because I've been blasting off on these I'm trying to lower the amount of energy that I'm pulling off the phone, and it's not even charging as quickly as I'm using up the energy. So yeah, that's not gonna work with that. I got a better idea. Are you guys really enjoying the Zen time? Do you guys just want me to, because this is gonna cut out. I don't want it to fucking cut out. And I'd rather just be 220 in here and just start another broadcast, a live cast, a stream of the infinite wisdom from the Ancient of Days, from the one of many true gods on this realm, Abracadabra. I don't want it to like just cut out on you guys, so I'm gonna start a broadcast right now next to this. You guys can jump over on that, and that way, maybe those, maybe let's see here. We'll go from here, and look out in the future. Me and the Kyle Estes will be the WKE, the woke one. Will be doing some broadcasts in the future when he's on his fast. What should we call this? How about a little bit longer? No, I don't like that. That's silly. Guan Yin, you're welcome, of course. You're welcome. Feeding the gluttony for wisdom. This is all we can do. Yeah, I don't know anything about the oh, but that sounds awesome. I haven't even had any of those in a long time, but um, let's call it. I'll just call it create a title. How's that? And then I will post it right next here. I don't know if can I run two live streams at once? Is that even possible? Am I gonna achieve the impossible right now? Running two live streams? Um, huh. This one's a weird one. Here, this one's for this. This is for William Kyle Estes because there's probably something really cool in here. All right. You can? Okay. Well, so guys, come over here. It's called Create a Title. I went live with it, and we'll see if I can. Now it says there's 23 people in this room, but I know there's not. Type something, someone. I'm gonna see if it comes up over here. I think I tried to do this the other day and it didn't work too well. Yeah, it's coming up here. Okay, I got Raw Zen. Now I got Aldrin here, but I got Guan Yin over here. It works. Are you seeing me on two screens right now? Hold on. This is crazy. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm gonna turn this one off in a second, but I don't want to fucking lose this whole. Are you guys? Can you see me on both? Ah! Come over and see me on the other one. Bong bong.